Hey bloomers, do you wanna know how to make an item shop just like this? Actual camera, and you can go switch through all these? I'll show you today. This is what we're gonna build like this. Alright, and the one we are gonna build will actually work. So, alright. First what we have to do is we're gonna need a shop. Okay? I'm just gonna use a shop, okay? So let's grab it from the toolbox. I'm just gonna place it right next to our spawn location. Right? And I'm just gonna delete this for now. Okay? So we got our shop. So now all we need to do is get a part. Let's call it Open Shop. And let's put a proximity prompt inside of it. Action text. For action text, we're gonna put Open Shop. And how about we make max activation distance 15? How about we make it transparent, no can collide, and it needs to be anchored, okay? And we can, how about we just make this a bit smaller like that, and there we go. That's pretty good. So, all we need to do now is build out the shop. So, I would recommend building it out down here, so no one can see it or anything, right? Because that's annoying. So, let's open this up, boom, make a floor. Let's make it longer a bit. How about we duplicate this, make it higher like this. Same thing on this side, and then we duplicate this, make it as a roof, and that's the basic of it. So how about now we make a light, right? So for a light, how about we use a sphere? Okay, we want to use a sphere, so a ball light at the top. We want to use this ball here, and let's just call this light, and don't make it transparent. White is good, and let's just make it neon and make it have a point light. Okay, and let's make the range just a bit more, but make the brightness a bit less, so it's not too bright. So how about we put 0.2 brightness? Oh well, actually we could put 0.05. Yeah, 0.08. How about let's put 0.08? Oddly specific number, yes I know, but trust me, it's a good number. Alright, so let's put that there. And there we go. We got kind of the basic of it. So how about we also select everything, right? Anchor it, alright? And now how about we start putting our tools in, right? So I'm gonna get a sword from the toolbox. And orientation, we're gonna put 0, 90, 90, okay? This is just to get it nice and flat, so then we can actually rotate it this way. So yeah, so let's just move this, and we're gonna put this right there. Let's center it with the light, okay? There we go. So right there, that's where that's gonna be. And it does look a bit dark right now, but on the camera, we're actually gonna put a light on it, so it'll actually look better. Alright, how about now we have a laser gun, right? And then, alright, let's put this gun, right? And we're gonna do the same thing. Orientation, 0, 90, 90. So then we can actually rotate it, alright? Rotate it this way, alright? Oh, sorry about that. Alright, so we're just gonna rotate it there. We'll move it to similar position as this, but then we're gonna go up, and we're just gonna make it right about there, alright? So now, how about we get a flashlight? Flashlight tool, bring it in. Versus orientation, we don't need to change it this time because it is pretty much already straight, so pretty good. How about we rotate it this way because the flashlight does have light on it, so. And then let's do the same thing as we did for the gun. Let's just move this in, right there. Alright, there we go. Move it in, just like this. Boom. And put it right about there. Let's move it back. Don't like that really. There we go. So we have all of our weapons here, and for all of our weapons, we need to anchor the handle. Okay, that makes sure they won't fall. But when we make the buy button, we're actually gonna make it so you actually get the tool. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to make a new part. All right, and so we need to. We're gonna call this shop cam. Okay. No spaces. So the reason why we're gonna call it shop cam is because this will be the camera, right? So how about we make it black colored, right? And how about So let's put a decal in it. As we see, this is the front of it. Okay, this is the front. So that means this is the way the camera is going to be looking towards. So remember that. All right. So if we put this in right here, the camera will be looking this direction. Okay. So let's put this in. Boom. Do that. Do that. All right. So let's do this. Move it back a bit. Right. Yep. That's pretty good. All right. We don't even have to do much. All we need to do is anchor this. All right. And I'm gonna say it again. Make sure the handles for these tools are all anchored so they don't fall. So now we just have show shop cam. We can just put that there. And like I said, we should put a light on it. So let's put a spotlight on it. Right? Makes it a little bit brighter. Makes it nicer. And how about we add some color to it so it's not just that. And then how about we make the angle a bit more? How about we add a little bit more brightness to it? Right? So now actually that makes me realize this is not in a good position. How about we move it back? We can move it up a little bit, right? So boom, there we go. And now we can actually duplicate this, right? And in the clone of it, right, we'll delete the spotlight and we'll call this cam part 1. Okay? And we're just gonna do the same thing with these ones. We're just gonna move them here like this. Right, that's pretty good. How about we do it here? Move it down, boom, move it back a bit. Yep. And the reason why we're calling these cam parts is because this is where the this is the actual camera, right? So the camera starts off on the sword. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a GUI, right? That's gonna have a button that'll make it so the camera travels to over here and then over there, and this will go to this position, this part's position. Okay, so yep, these are all anchored, so we have the main part of it done, right? So we have this done. So how about we start a little bit on the GUI, right? So how about we make a screen GUI and start a GUI. Let's call it shop shop GUI, and inside of it we're gonna have text buttons because we don't really need to do much because this is gonna be easy. We're gonna have an exit button, a right and left button. Okay, what we need to do, we're gonna call this button right, and we can put the text of it also, call it right, and make it text scaled, and we can change it to this, right? Yeah, and let's add a UI corner in here. And let's make it 15, right? That makes it look nicer. We can even duplicate it. We could just move it over here, right? And then let's call this left, right? Okay. Let's name it. Let's put the text also as left. All right. And using the plugin, like I told you last video in Dev Tutorial 1, we need to use this plugin. So let's select these, right? And we're gonna scale them so they will be good on any device, right? And let's duplicate this again. So we duplicate. So let's just put this in the middle, right there. And let's call this exit. And we'll even name it exit. And how about we make it a little bit better? Make it red, maybe? Now, what we need to do, right, is we can get started on the script, right? So let's just put a local script in here. All right, let's call it Open and Close Shop. All right, and so what we need to do, right, since we remember, right, we got this, we put proximity prompt, so when you click it, it would actually go to the camera. So let's do workspace. I did have a problem before, so how about we do this? Wait for child, open shop, proximity prompt, triggered connect function, right? So there we go. And what we can also do is do local PLR equals game.players.local player. This is gonna get the player. Okay. So I like to call it PLR because it's nice and short. So now what we can do is we can get the camera first. So let's go up here. Let's get local camera equals game.workspace.current camera. Okay. And actually, we don't even need this. We could just do workspace.current. And let's do camera.camera type equals enum.camera type.scriptable. Okay. So this will allow it so we can actually go to the camera. So then what we need to do is camera.cframe equals, so we don't have the part, right? So we need to do local shop cam, right? So let's make that. So let's get workspace.shop cam, right? Because that's the part we needed. So when we click it, it will go to that, right? So camera.cframe equals shop cam.cframe. There we go. So this will allow it, right? So this will allow it so we can actually go to the camera, right? How about we make this a little better? How about we move open and close shop outside? And so that means we can just easily do this. So script.parent.shop GUI.enable equals true. Alright, there. So that will show the GUI also. And I forgot something. We need to, let's scale this again because we did not scale the exit button. So let's scale. Alright, there we go. So how about we test this out, right? So let's press play. And let's see if our camera goes to over there. Alright. Oh, and we got a problem. Shop cam is not a valid member or workspace. Alright, so let's check the workspace. And we see shop cam is there. See, it can do that sometimes. So how about we do, if we just did game.workspace.shop, right? Let's just take this and just put this here instead of having to use this, right? How about you do that and then do .c. So let's not use a variable and just do game.workspace.shopcam.cframe instead, and let's see if that works. Alright, so let's see if there's any errors. No errors, okay. And if we click this and we go here, yep, instantly we go here. And I can see this is a bit off-centered. We'll fix that right now. So how about we enable this right now so we can see it, and let's just center it right there. Okay, and we should do scale again. Okay, there we go. And then now we can just disable this again. And how about we make it so we can actually exit the shop, right? Because it's very bad if we can't, exit the shop, right? So how about we do script.parent.shop GUI.exit dot activated connect function, and let's copy this camera. How about we just type it out, right? Let's do camera type equals enum.camera type.custom. Okay, so this should bring us back. Alright, let's see if it brings us back. Alright, let's test it out. So let's click the shop, right? So now we can see this is centered, right? Perfectly. And if we press exit, boom, we're back. But we did not make it so the GUI disables. So let's do that. So let's do script.parent.shop GUI.enabled equals false. Alright, there we go. So we got the basics of it done, but now we need to make it so the camera can actually move left and right? So let's do that. So what we need to do is let's make a bool, right? Let's do local right equals true, local left equals false, right? So alright, let's do this. So let's do script.parent.shop GUI.right.activated connect function. Alright, so let's see if it's activated, right? And let's do if right equal right true, then let's do this. Alright, so if right equals true, then let's do also this. Let's do local right 2 equals, and let's do local left 2 equals false. Okay, how about let's do that, right? So let's do if right equals true. Let's make it so we can do a tween, right? So let's do game get service tween service create workspace current camera. Actually, how about we don't even put current camera, because we could just use camera, right? So let's do let's do camera tween info .new one enum easing style linear enum easing direction out. Okay, so now what we need to do is do the part where it actually will go to the right place. So we can actually cut this off here. We just need a comma out here, and we can do the squiggly brackets. Okay, and let's do C-frame equals part, not part, because we actually called it. We just did this. So we just in here, right? We just got the C frame from the part directly. So we could do the same thing. right? So we could do game.workspace. So what do we call it? We called it cam part 1. So let's do cam part 1. So let's make it. So what happens is it makes right. So we also need to make it so it actually plays. So at the end, let's add play. Okay. And now, and this is gonna take 1 second. That's a lot of time. So what if we do we would do 0.5 seconds, right, for the time. And what we do is right equals false. Okay. So if right equal true, right, and so if right equal true, then it will do this. But let's do else if right 2 equal true, then we can make it so it does basically the same thing. We can just copy this and paste it here. But instead, we could do cam part 2, which, oh no. So, we messed up here. So, we called it both of these cam part 1. So, we need to call this one cam part 2. Okay? So, now that's fixed. So, now we can just do cam part 2. But the issue is, we need to add .cframe to these. So it can actually get the C-frame. So let's do .cframe. And now we can also do here, right 2 equals false. Okay, so how about we test this out, right? So play. Alright, let's see if this works. So no error, right? So let's click this and let's press right. Boom, goes there. Boom, goes there. And you can't click it again. The reason why is because both of those values are false now, right? And we can't go left either right now. So we need to fix that. So now let's make it so we can actually go the other way around. So let's do script.parent.shop.GUI.left.activated connect function. Boom, bam. Alright. So let's do if. So we need to make it so we can actually go left. So let's do left equals true, right? Left 2 equals false, right? Actually, well, no, not false, true. Alright. Let's do left equal true, then. So we're just gonna do basically the same thing. So we can copy this. So if it equals true, that means it can go back to the other part, to the beginning. So what we need to do, right? We need to go back down here, and we need to duplicate this, right, twice. And let's just take this off, and let's just call this other one. Let's call this other one cam part, just normal cam part. Alright, so let's use that. So let's do cam part. There you go. So cam part. And then let's make it so under it says left equals false. And then right equals true. So let's just do now. Let's do else if left 2 equal true. Then so else if left 2 equal true. Then we can paste this in again. And let's make it so yeah. So actually, we don't even need to change it. So it just needs to go to cam part 1. Yeah. So now we all need to do. All I need to do is right 2 equal true and left 2 equals false. So let's try it out. So if I press play, right, and I go to the shop, right, and I press right, and I press left, it goes here. But if I go here, press left, boom. If I go here, oh, it's not a problem. I can go left, but I can't go right again. Huh. Alright, let's see what happened in the code. So it makes right false, right? And it does this. So, and it does make them true afterwards, right? And it makes this false and false. So, and we can see that, oh, there we go. So right, left, right? We can't go like right. But if I press left again, it goes there. Okay, that is a bit weird. Oh, I see what the problem is. I'm stupid. See, left 2 here, right? This doesn't do what it's supposed to do, right? Yeah, it just goes to cam part. But we didn't want it to go to cam part. We need it to go to just cam part. So let's see. Or we need to switch it around. So let's see. If I press right, and I press left, and I press left again. It's right, left, right, left. Oh, perfect! It beautifully works now. Wow, there you go. See? Alright, now we just need to do the easy part. How about first what we do, because obviously you saw the flickering, and that's because we have all of these, and they're all very much visible. So let's make them transparent. So yeah, let's just select all of them. Cam part 1, shop cam part 2. Let's select all of them. Make them transparent. Okay, there we go. And how about now? So we're gonna have a GitHub repository in the description, and there is gonna be a data store, and we are gonna need that data store. Okay, so I'm gonna copy it, right? And let's make a new script. So we need a server script. So let's do server script here. Add a script in. Let's just call this data store. Paste it in. So we're gonna do this very fast, very quickly. Okay. So let's go local folder equals instance dot new folder, and we're gonna do folder dot name equals leader stats folder dot parent equals player. Okay, because we're gonna play from here. And now what we do is local money equals instance. Yep, instance dot new int value, and then we're gonna do money dot name equals money. Okay, and we're gonna do money dot parent equals folder. Okay, so now all we need to really do is in here, if data, then we can put down here, we can do money dot value equals brackets 1, and then put data in front of it. Okay, data 1, and then down here what we can do is local folder equals player dot leader stats. You should call it leader stats so it actually shows up on the leaderboard. Okay, and let's do local money equals folder dot money. Okay, and in here all we have to do is money dot value. All right, we're done. Oh, very easy, very simple. Okay, so now what we should, so now we have a currency system. Okay, so we have money. So in the shop GUI, okay, we're gonna enable this just so we can add another GUI. Okay, we're gonna duplicate the exit one. Okay, and we're gonna call this buy. Okay, and let's make this blue. Okay, a nice blue color, and we're gonna put the text buy. So that's what we're gonna do. And we also need a text label for the price. So we're gonna put price, and then 2 commas, then the column, right? And let's do scaled rich text. Let's make it Veronica 1, and we do not need a background for this, so we can just do background transparency 1. There we go. So we're gonna put the price right here. So we are gonna make it so it tells you the prices and everything. Very nice. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call the text label first. We're gonna call it price. Okay. And let's also scale everything. So let's do scale. And in our local script, we're gonna do the prices. So for testing purposes, we're just gonna make it so everything is 100. Well, not everything's 100. We'll just make it so let's do the sword is 50. This is 100, 150. Okay, just for testing purposes. So when you start on it, right? When you go in it. Oh yeah, wait. Also, forgot. We should also make it so afterwards the camera goes back. Okay, let's make it so the camera actually goes back to the egg. So when you exit, we're gonna make it so it goes back to cam part. So all we need to do is just put cam part. And also, I don't know what happened. Oh, I see what we did. Sorry about that. Let's put it down and then do it. So cam part. There we go. So it should go back to cam part. It should go back to cam part. Okay. So what we need to do, we could just do script.parent.shop GUI, right? Yeah. So we could do .price, right? The text label, and then do .text equals price. So we said 50, right? So let's do 50, and we can just copy this, right? And so this one goes to the next one. So price 100. This will be price 150. Okay. So this will go back to cam part 1. So we can actually just copy this one, right? And then we can also copy this one, which goes back to the original one. So boom, there we go. So there we go. Now we have all the prices listed, right? So we should do it. So script.parent, right? And let's do shop GUI.buy the activated connect function. How about we make it so it just checks the C frame? Alright, I think that's a good idea. So let's do so if camera.cFrame equals to, let's do the C frame first. Let's do this one. Boom. So game now. So what we're gonna do is .c. Alright, so we're gonna do then. So if it is equal to that, what we're gonna do is, so when you buy it, right, it's gonna check. So let's say if plr.leaderstats.money.value is more or equal to 50, then there we go. So then it will allow it so we can go through with the transaction. Okay, so how about now in the replicated storage we add a folder, and let's call it shop events. Okay, and let's put remote event in there, and we'll call this remote event sword. Let's just call this one sword. Make another one, and let's call this gun. Make another one, and let's call it flashlight. So those are the events. So now we can actually go here and we can do game get service replicate storage dot so shop events dot sword. So this means you're gonna buy the sword, right? So let's do fire server. Okay, so let's make a new script in server script service, right? And let's call it buying items. Okay, buying items. So game get service replicated storage dot shop events dot sword dot on server event connect function. Okay, and now what we could do, so what we need to do is we need to pass through the player. So let's do PLR, right? And let's put PLR in here. And let's do PLR dot, no. How about we do this? So let's do game dot workspace, right? And we have all the items in here. So let's do game dot workspace dot classic sword. And let's do clone. Okay? So let's do local sword equals this. Okay? So that means sword. So let's do sword dot, so actually no, not parent. First we need to do the handle. So dot handle dot anchor equals false. So then we do sword dot parent equals plr dot character. Okay, let's see if this works, guys. Oh, by accident I have this already open, but that's fine. Oh, I don't know what happened here. API service rejected request return 7. Oh, sorry about that. I see what the problem is. Very simple fix. All we need to do is go game settings and go here, security, and enable studio access to API services. Boom. There we go. So now the DataStore will let us use the DataStore service. So we see, oh, okay, so we see it worked. Alright, so price is 50. Let's see what the problem is. Oh, I see the problem right here. Is actually no, that's fine. Alright, so if we press buy, it won't run because we do not have enough cash. Leader stats money, right? $0. So let's go on the server side, right? And let's go in here and let's give us $10,000. Okay, so now right here, $10,000. So let's buy it. Oh, and we have it. See, immediately worked. Now we have a sword that we can use. So with that knowledge, we can now just do it with every single thing else, right? So let's just copy this and let's do the gun, right? So let's do gun, and so if more or equal to 100, and let's see cam part 1. There we go. So now all we need to do is copy this, paste this down here, and let's do laser. So no, what is it called? What do we call it? It's called hyper laser gun. So hyper laser gun, clone it. And we don't even need to change the variable because it's actually fine. And we need to change what event it is. So we call it gun. So the event is called gun, right? So, and also let's do the same thing for the other one. So let's do, let's call this flashlight. Okay, flashlight. And this, we can change this event to flashlight. Alright, so we see that works so far. Alright, so how about we take this and do the same thing in this script and instead change this to flashlight and cam part 2, right? So Now all we need to do is make it so you actually lose money. So plr.leaderstats.money.value minus equals 50, right? Because this is a sword. So this is our sword event. So now for the gunning event, we lose 100. And now for the flashlight, we lose 150. Okay, so let's try it out and see if it works. Okay, so we see price 50, price 100, price 150. Okay, let's buy this one. Boom, we got a flashlight. Oh, we found a problem. Workspace, flashlight, handle. It says, don't worry about this. This is not our script, so it doesn't matter. So it's fine. Alright, so let's go back. Alright, so let's see here. Buy this one. Boom, we got the gun. Boom. Buy the sword. Boom. And we lost our money. So, perfect, guys. And so we got this. And now we got a gun. We can shoot. And we have a flashlight that we can use. So, I hope this tutorial helped you. Bloomcraft is about inspiration and learning. And I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.